Xanadu first started, but the smash action is always just as hype as it was.
Definitely is. Final Destination, definitely an unorthodox start for a set. Generally, you see Smashville, maybe Battlefield. Very rarely do you see a Final Destination start.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'd like to be the fly on the wall so I could hear their strikes, but you know what? We'll probably get some more information on their stage preferences as the set goes on, because this is a best of 5. We're might be in for the long haul right now.
Unless Xerom, does what he did to Dexter, then it's a 2 out of 3, apparently.
True. When Xerom does all that, yeah, that's 2 out of 3, easy.
Power shields coming in from both players right there. Xerom on that ledge. Good trump attempt from Promaelia. Talk about the layers. Goes for the trump, follows up with an up air, covers multiple options. Xerom does finally hit the ground. 10% difference between these two players at the moment. Stage control going to Xerom at the moment, but it was only temporarily.
Yeah, using PK Thunder 2 to get out, and that forward smash looks like he might have been looking for a roll, but still, he has the punishes for the Dragon Lunge on deck, and that's really important in this matchup because that's one of Corrin's biggest kill options, but Xerom almost finding something off that PK Thunder 2, but Promaelia is going to keep on keeping on, doing a great job just sticking to him. Xerom, though, still so patient, but not patient enough. Gets grabbed by Promaelia, and now he's going to have to find a way around this sword. And he does just that.
He does, but he's back off stage again. Such a difficult spot. And this time, Promaelia demonstrating his understanding of Ness. The first person I've seen so far since I've been commentating that actually just intercepted it.
Yeah, it takes a brave soul to go out there, and especially at that point, because normally the PK Thunder pierces through opponents, but he got hit by the exact moment where it stops doing that.
Yeah, just good awareness. He recognized there was no jump and made the most of it, and now we're really going to see what Xerom is made of, because when it's one thing to completely outplay your opponent from beginning to I like that right there, did not pay off though, and when it's all said and done. But it's one thing to just completely outplay your opponent when you're both dying at 100, 130%. It's another thing when you're going to die at 50 and you got to still win.
Wow. And now Xerom's just out here hitting so many buttons. Another punish, another dash attack. Beautiful. And I like that option for Promaelia. Very unorthodox. Using the down air to clank the PK Thunder, which I didn't even know that was a thing.
I didn't either, but Promaelia is clearly no stranger to this matchup. Right now, only down by 1%. Oh, this might be another situation. He does not challenge it this time around. He did not feel comfortable, but right now, Xerom's still off stage, having to come back, but he might not do it. I think this is it.
He might be able to make it unless that happens, yes. As long as the body was in the way, there was no way that Xerom was going to make it back. Even if if Promaelia opted not to tech that and just or not to counter that and just decided to tech the stage, the distance just wouldn't have been enough. That was a max range PK Thunder 2 recovery, and Promaelia just knew his distances a little bit better that time.
And that's what I like to call efficiency. Both of those stocks were essentially just efficient early kills. I got you off stage. What can I do? What is the fastest way I can end your stock? And one way was to get intercepted or to intercept the PK Thunder. The other way was to counter it. So just good stuff on Promaelia on knowing these matchups.
And that might be the difference between Promaelia and everyone else's Xerom has played tonight, because at least everyone I've seen Xerom play tonight, because no one else is really going out there as much as Promaelia is.
And that's what you have to do against a character like Ness. If you want to end his stock, you're going, okay, fearless.
You're both wild. You're both insane for that.
Well, I mean, he clearly knows how to fight the character, so he said, hey, I got enough time to do this. And Xerom's off stage now. He makes it back. It took 3 air dodges, but he did manage to do it. And 2 air dodges after that, he managed to hit the ground. That stock was almost gone, but Promaelia just having his way with Ness this game. Layers on layers, edge guards, just everything he wants to do is paying off. Goes for a little trickery right there. Xerom tries to hit the ground, and he does manage to do it, but he drops shield early. A little uncharacteristic. He might be feeling the stress at the moment as well.
Yeah, that was I need to play this game soon or else I will lose a set kind of shield drop. Because the momentum just, it's palpably in Promaelia's favor. And there we go. Finally getting one clean hit in there, and beautiful spacing on that side B avoidance right there.
Back here, a little perfect pivot, and he says, if you overcommit, I will make you pay. 139 on Xerom right now. Going to try to make it back. He does for the moment, but the grab was just sitting there waiting. Promaelia was one step up ahead of him for the last 30 seconds of this round.
And now Xerom's trying to find his way back into it, using the PK Thunder very wisely, forcing jumps. And I like how he went out there for a forward air, but Promaelia just upbeat just low enough to avoid that.
Oh no, and he's back off stage, going to try to air dodge. He does, no jump, but he does manage to hit the ground and refresh it. Very fortunate for him. Not able to punish the pin. Very, kind of uncharacteristic and unfortunate. He's almost always gotten at least a dash attack off when he shielded it.
Yeah, it seems to be his go-to option. I mean, some damage is better than no damage, so might as well just take what you can get.
Yep. And he's looking for something. I guess it was a back throw. You can tell kind of his play has changed a little bit. He's running in and out, clearly searching for a select opening. And was that what he wanted? No, that just got him a little more damage.
Yeah, back throw wouldn't have killed just yet, so he wants to save it so it'll work right there. And there we go. Promaelia hands it to him on a silver platter. What he thought was confidence was actually just a mistake on his calculations.
Definitely good evasion. Gonna start tacking up that damage. Misses the next grab, but he follows up with a jab. Is that it? No, it's not. Maybe that's what he tried to do earlier on the left side of the stage, but Promaelia now has to be put on notice. But Xerom cannot air dodge too many times. Good little fake out. Xerom managing to get back on the ground, has another chance to play this game. And, he definitely was down earlier against Dexter, and game number 2 is the one he won when everything started to change. Yes, he's at 100%, but he can bring it back. This is Ness, has early kills. He just needs one opening to get it started, though.
It's looking like he's trying to force it a little bit too much. But again, Promaelia thought he had the read. And Xerom, he wants a PK Thunder too, but he might have to aim to get it next game because right now Promaelia is going to go up 2-0.
And that was that scary okie doke. It's back air to insta-pin. You let your shield down after the back air connects, thinking maybe you can not even get a punish, but just advance your position a little bit. But Corrin's, they're hip to it, and they just thought that insta-pin immediately after.
Mm-hmm. They never see it coming the second time. That's the thing. It's like, it missed. They wouldn't go for it again.
They will. They
Stab.
will.
Yeah, exactly.
Your stock will be gone. Speaking of stabs, he opens up this match with one. That might tell us what type of game we're going to be in for 16-15 at the moment. Fighting his way down and, just tacking on a bit more percent and taking his first lead of this round.
I like how Promaelia used the Nair to interrupt the PK Thunder right there, hitting both Ness and the PK Thunder, so there's no risk of him getting destroyed at an early percent from it. Okay, though.
Yeah, very kind of smart right there to go for that and bold, because had he been intercepted or hit with any of Corrin's disjoints, he might have been off stage without a jump, and we know Promaelia will punish you for that.
I mean, he still might be in the position anyway. He's forced to PK Thunder. Promaelia, though, still right there. Goes for a trumped attempt, but not getting anything off it. And another Nair, and that one converts into a kill and a taunt, too. Promalia's feeling himself, and why shouldn't you? When you get a kill like that and you're up 2-0 in a set, let's go.
That was a very early kill. I thought we were going to see something like a counter on the PK Thunder, but he said, hey, I don't need counters. I have a whole different game plan, and it worked. It worked at the end of the day.
Yeah, now Xerom's on life support, potentially on his tournament stock. And no one wants to go out to a 3-0, especially when you get your own counterpick in Town and City. But the way that Promaelia is playing, he's jumping back, hitting the pins, and now we have the super non-interactive play. But Xerom's still working his way in, finding little hits, but you need more. You need a lot more right now.
You do, and, it's really hard to say what's the solution, because the way Promaelia is playing, kind of this bait and punish, is just phenomenal. He's waiting for literally anything that Xerom gives him, and he's either going to catch it with an aerial or a pin. And that just makes it so difficult to commit when you're Xerom. Like, even there, you see that double jump just kind of like, hey, if you hit a button, I can still punish you. And the Nair to side B still converting right now. Xerom going to try to come back on stage. Makes it back for the moment at 65%. And on this stage, an Instapin and F-Smash definitely can get rid of the stock. He's safe from an up air, but that's about it at the moment.
Yeah, is definitely feeling it. Why shouldn't you?
Oh, my goodness. Talk about creativity.
He just strung all of that together. That looked like freestyle. I don't know.
That was a Tony Hawk custom-made trick.
Actually. My man got off his skateboard, ran a little bit on him, hit him with a manual